Hi, and welcome to A Second Act with Kat. If you're new here, I'm Kat, and we talk about all things about dealing with life, navigating life in your 50s and over. If you're under 50, you're still welcome here, of course. If anything, we'll help prepare you for what it's like to hit 50. So welcome. Glad you made it. Get yourself comfy, and we're gonna just kind of go through my day. I had great intentions. So my last video I talked about I was going to demonstrate chaffles, and I should have just done my normal recipe. So I started off the video and I was like, I normally make a batch of chaffles every week and I use the same recipe. But no, this week I want to do things a little different. So I have all this protein powder, and you know, everybody's on the protein wagon of you got to get more protein in your diet. So I'm like, hey, you know, I'm going to try to add some protein in my chaffles and look for a new recipe. It was like this great, easy recipe. It called for cottage cheese, the protein powder, 2 eggs. Is that it? Like, it was like so easy. 2 eggs, the protein powder, the cottage cheese. I think that was it. Mix that all together, pour it in your chaffle maker. I have this, some people use like the little mini dash that makes 1. I have one that makes 4. And sprayed the waffle maker with my avocado spray. I do that every time. It never sticks. And then I'm watching it bake and it's taking forever. I'm like, why is it taking so long? And then I'm trying to open it and it doesn't even want to open. So that was a total fail. So you guys will not see that. Or I could show that video and I'll be like, this is what not to do. So anyways, I owe you guys a chaffle recipe. I am just going to go back to my recipe that never fails, makes me the best chaffles. It makes me like 8 of them. It's perfect. Lasts me the whole week. Sometimes I'll have 1 or 2. Sometimes I have to make another batch in there. And they're good. So we will do that. I owe you. But I think what I'll do instead, so my breakfast, I ended up, well, I made the 4 that stuck. And then I was like, oh, maybe, because there's still like was half the batter. I'm like, maybe I can try to rescue it. And I was looking for other recipes that like called for similar ingredients, but you just needed to add some other things. And so I added a little bit of almond flour to it. I added some baking powder, and I think that was like it. And I was like, all right. Oh, some mozzarella cheese. I'm like, maybe that'll help. So I added those 3 things into the batter, just small portions. And then I tried another batch and I was like, all right, please say, because it was not fun having to clean that up, I'll tell you. So the second batch, a little better, but still really stuck. I still had to clean the whole waffle maker like twice today. So that was not in the plans. That was not fun. So, anyways, so I ended up, from the second batch, I had a little bit of chaffles and I was able to eat those. And then I ended up just cooking some eggs over easy and I have half a avocado and my coffee. And I was good. So, and just had the 1 main meal. And then for dinner, we're going to do tacos. The guys usually do soft tacos, or like Scott likes to do, like, he almost just takes his taco stuff and makes nachos out of it. And then I have been using Siete makes a tortilla that's pretty low in carbs. It's really clean ingredients. And they sell them at Costco, and you can buy a bulk bag of them. And then I just typically will saute and just kind of fry up the shells real quick on the pan and put my taco meat in there. And if I don't do that, then I'll kind of just make like a taco bowl and stuff to try to keep it as low carb as possible. But I'll have to show. What I am going to show is I make my own taco seasoning. Takes me like a few minutes to throw it together. So I owed you a video where we're going to do the taco seasoning. So I'm going to show you me making taco seasoning, and then I think as the taco meat browns and just, you know, the flavors kind of saute and set, I'm going to do a quick exercise workout. It's late. I just cleaned the house. And what else did I want to cover? Oh, I did check my sugar today and my ketones. I didn't do it on video because it's a lot, you know, having to clean everything and stuff like that. So I didn't do that, but I did want to at least go over what my ketones were for today and what my sugar level was, because I was concerned in my last video. I was like, wow, 114. And I actually looked that up, and it's like pre-diabetes level. I mean, obviously you need to be like consistent at that, but today I was at, is it backwards? I don't know if that's backwards to you guys. It might be backwards. I'll try to fix that. But 89. Woo! So I think it was just off. I talked about in my video, I was not myself yesterday. And maybe that was part of it, was my sugar levels being off too. So sometimes, you know, if you're upset and stuff like that, that can affect your sugars in there too. So it's not fun. If anybody's out there like myself that has been laid off, looking for a new job and everything like that, I feel for you. I definitely do. I give everybody credit out there that if you're out there trying to look for a job, applying and everything like that, it is hard to keep your spirits up and staying positive about the whole thing. And so I'm sending you positive vibes your way if you're in the same boat with me. All right. So anyways, I don't know how I'll bounce all over on my topics. That's just how my menopause brain works. I feel like my ADD has just gotten worse in menopause. So, all right. So we'll stop from here. I'm going to go get the ingredients together for the taco seasoning, and then we'll pick back up and I will quickly show you how I make taco seasoning. I'll brown some ground beef. I'll probably do like 2 pounds of ground beef, and then I'm going to add my taco seasoning to it. And then just dice up some tomatoes. And I already cut up a bunch of romaine lettuce. And sometimes I shred my own cheese, but I like to use Mexican cheese. So I actually went to Whole Foods today and bought some organic Mexican blend of taco cheese. So I'm going to use that and some sour cream. Maybe I'll slice up, I think I still have quite a few avocados. So maybe I'll slice up some avocados. And then my siete tortillas, and we'll have a wonderful dinner. So, and maybe I can get Scott to go for a walk. It is beautiful out, and I would like to go for an evening walk. So I need to get hustling if I'm going to make all that happen before the sun sets, because man, it's setting early. Okay, I am ready to get started with the taco seasoning. I need to get the ground beef going too as well, and I usually go to Aldi's and buy my ground beef this way. It is 100% grass-fed ground beef. This is the 85% lean, so it's 85% lean, 15% fat. I like that blend, and it's nice and affordable at Aldi's. Love Aldi's. And I'm just going to cut it open really quick, pop that in the pan, wash my hands. And then I will put together, I'm just going to put all the seasoning in a glass jar and then pour it into the ground beef and then add some water. And it's just like buying your taco seasoning pack that is at the store, but now you know what ingredients are in there, because if you look at the back of the pack of the taco seasoning, then I'm not surprised. You're like, why are they putting all this other crap in here that I don't need, or sugar that I don't need? So you don't need the sugar in there. Tastes totally fine without the sugar. And most people have all the ingredients on hand that you just need for taco seasoning. Okay, so 2 pounds of ground beef. So I have 2 of those packs. Cutting those open. I will turn the camera in just a second so you guys can see. And then, like I said, I'll wash my hands. And then I have one of those ground beef. Looks like a star shape. I'll show it to you. Makes it so easy to get the beef all broken up. This only takes a few minutes, so by the time I could have gone to the grocery store, I could have made this up. Granted, when you go to the grocery store, you're probably buying more stuff, but still, it takes no effort to make your own taco seasoning. And come on over. Here is the ground beef. And I don't know if I really showed this. So this is from Pampered Chef. I haven't bought any Pampered Chef in forever. This thing has just lasted forever. So we are going to get this all browned up. And while it is slowly cooking, we will get the seasonings put together. So, oh, I turned it way down. Oops, it was getting loud. Okay. So you guys can see, it's not the best angle to me. Wow. Let's try to turn that. All right. Go with scissors. There we go. Okay. This is not my recipe, so I will link this in the description so that if you would like to make it yourself, that you can just click on the link and it'll take you over to where I found this recipe. So I'll try to find it and make sure that you guys have it available. So just want to make sure that somebody else is getting credit for their hard work of putting this recipe together. All right, so we're going to start off. I need a couple different teaspoons. Luckily, they're all clean. I'm just going to grab a bunch because it looks like I need a lot of them and it'll just be easier this way. This recipe calls for 1 pound, so I had to double everything up. So actually, I pulled out a 1/4 teaspoon somewhere. I don't think I need that. So I just got to remember to double everything up. So it calls for a 1/4 teaspoon onion powder, but I need a half. Okay, we got half there, and then I will just move these out of the way once I'm done. Garlic powder, same exact thing. So a 1/2 teaspoon. There we go. Sea salt. I keep my sea salt in here. And make sure it's fine. And it needs 2 teaspoons. It calls for 1. I am doing 2. Okay. 2 tablespoons of chili powder. Sorry if I'm loud. Scott always teases that I bang around so bad in the kitchen. He says I am the reason why our cat has anxiety. I'm getting pretty low on chili powder. I love these big containers. Okay. Paprika, 2 teaspoons. 1, 2. And a 1/2 teaspoon oregano, so 1. And cumin, 2 teaspoons. I'm going to give the ground beef a stir in just a second. You can hear it. Pepper, 1/2 teaspoon. Try again. Okay, that is it. That's taco seasoning. I cheat because I'm like, I don't want to dirty another thing up. But I just stir that together. And what does it look like? It looks like 2 packs of your taco seasoning that you go to the store and buy. But I whipped it up in that fast of time. And we will check the beef. The beef is still browning, and I'm going to add this to the beef once it's cooked up a little bit more. And it does call for 1/2 cup of water with that, so I will probably double that up. Why am I not? Hey, there's me. So I will add at least a half cup to it. I don't usually put the full cup in there. I feel like that's too much water, so I kind of judge and use my own judgment on how much water that I think it needs. I sometimes will add in a can of diced tomatoes with it too as well. And the guys seem to like that better when I put the tomatoes in that way. I do have some Roma tomatoes too, so I will probably dice those up and have them on the side if anybody wants to add some more tomatoes to it. But it's going to be easy dinner. The lettuce is already cut up. The cheese is already shredded in a bag. I'll show you what cheese I'm using. Cheese I'm using, it is Organic Valley 3-cheese Mexican cheese, and it's got no antibiotics, no hormones, no toxic pesticides, no GMOs, so pretty good. And then protein 6 grams, total carbs, because they usually put like a little bit of like a starch in there to keep the cheese from clumping together, and that's what kind of gives it the carbs. But it's only 1 gram, so a lot of times with the organic ones, it's pretty clean. So that's the cheese, and then some sour cream, Daisy, love it. And then the tortillas that I talked about, siete, they're really good. So the ingredients are almond flour, tapioca starch, water, sea salt, xanthan gum, apple cider vinegar, berry extract to preserve the freshness, oregano extract to preserve the freshness, flaxseed extract to again preserve the freshness. So really clean ingredients. Calories, and this is for 2 tortillas, is 180 calories, and the carbs, again it's for 2, 17 grams of carbs. So a little higher on the carbs, but real clean ingredients. So and that's for 2. So, and that's usually all I need is 2. So 17 grams. And like I said, I try to follow keto. When I try to lose weight, I try to get myself closer to the 20 grams. But I am also good with, if I'm under 50 grams of carbs a day, that's still really low. So having 2 tortillas is not bad at all. So, all right, I'm gonna finish up. I'm gonna check the beef again, and then I will show when dinner's all put together, I'll do a picture of that. So, all right, I'll be back. All right, so while dinner was simmering on the stove, I just had the taco meat going, and I wanted that to cook down a little bit while I did a quick workout. So I wanted to do another cardio workout, so I picked another one of Tracy Steen's workouts. This one is her 30-minute beginner cardio workout to lose belly fat, and no repeats, so none of the workouts. As she's changing sets, like nothing is repetitive in there too as well, which I like those types of workouts because I just feel like the time just flies by. It keeps you kind of guessing as to what you're going to do next, and this was just fun. She had some good different variety in there with the cardio, and so the time flew by for me. It's a total of 30 minutes, and that's with a warm-up in there and then the cardio workout, and then another 5 minutes on there for the cool down and stretch. So a total of 35 minutes in there, which was like perfect for when we were ready to eat dinner, and then the taco meat was just right and ready to go once I was done with the workout. I definitely want to make sure that I get more of a strength training in to finish out this week. So I'm going to do a lot longer workout for the next day and use some heavier weights in there too as well. So I'll record that. I know I fast forward and I put this into a hyper speed. But my intention is I just want you to kind of get an idea of what workouts I'm doing, and then I can like talk you through what I'm doing and just give suggestions in there. But I'm really hoping that I'm just going to push you towards going to Tracy Steen's channel and that you can see her videos in here too as well. She's already has them fully recorded, so it's just to get a quick idea of what I do for different formats and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that it gives you guys just some suggestions in there of different influencers that you can follow. I am not a fitness coach or anything like that, and I don't make out my own routines. This is what I do, is I find other people out there and I enjoy their workouts, and I want you to enjoy them too. All right, it is time to wind down this evening and head off to the bed. Ooh, I look tired again. Why do I always do this? Why do I do this, you guys? I have no idea. Always me tired, and I'm like, oh, you need to close out the video. I forgot to do that. So tacos were great. They were so yum. I think I was eating I was like halfway through dinner, and I was like, did I take a picture of dinner? I don't even remember. I did take a picture of the meat all cooked up, and then I was like, oh my gosh, we gotta eat really quick. I want to get out there and go walking. I told Scott that we were gonna go for a walk together, and then we were eating, and Scott even said, he's like, this is tacos, Kathy. Like, you can't rush through tacos. And like, his eyes are always bigger than his stomach. He loves tacos, so he wanted to definitely enjoy the meal. And then his friend called like at the end of dinner, and so I was like, oh, it's not gonna happen. We're not gonna go on our walk. So I was like, you know what, I didn't do the walk last night, and it does not look like it's gonna happen again tonight, but I do have a walking pad. And I was like, you know what, it'll be a chance. I can like watch some YouTube videos and catch up on some of the things that I like to watch. And so I did. So I got the walking pad out, and I put on some people that I like to watch, some videos that I enjoy. And it wasn't a long workout, so it was like 20 minutes. So I was only able to get through like one full video, and then I like started another one, and I was like, enough. I did, oh, my cat came up. See if she'll come over to us. Come here, Pumpkin. Maybe she wants to be on video. Come here. Want to say hi? No, she's purring. There's Pummy. That's Pumpkin. That's, my office is like our spare room. So there is a queen size bed in here, which Pumpkin thinks is her bed, but it's high. Poor little thing. I think she needs a little step, so she can jump up here, but she's like 15 now, and doing great. She's healthy as can be, has a lot of energy, spunky little thing, but she's got little short little legs for a cat, and so this is a high jump for her to get up here, but she does it. So anyways, all right, back to wrapping up the video. So yes, I got my walking pad out, and I did almost a 20-minute workout. Oh, I know what I started talking about. Like halfway through the workout, I decided to get my weighted vest and put that on. That's 16 pounds. I don't always, actually, I don't think I've ever talked about my weighted vest. And I rotate with the weighted vest because, I mean, it's 16 pounds that I'm putting on, and you feel it. But I really feel like it's strengthening. Like, I can tell a difference in my quads. Like my quads are, or just all over my legs are getting stronger from wearing the weighted vest. My back, my posture feels better. Initially, I was like, is it worse? You feel that weight strapped on you, but honestly, I feel like it pulls your shoulders back, and so I really think it helps with posture and strengthening and adding, just toning those muscles and everything like that. So if anybody's unsure about weighted vests, there are so many different sizes. Do not, I would strongly recommend that if you don't work out with weights, work your way up. 16 pounds was aggressive, and that's my first weighted vest. I bought my mom one. I got her 12 pounds. That was probably pushing it too. She's like, can you take the weight out of here? And I'm like, no, you can't. So I really thought she could handle that, but yeah, I might have been a little aggressive with higher expectations for my mother. My poor mother. She's in her 70s, so I'm giving her a 12-pound weighted vest. So maybe, maybe she'll get there. So anyway, so dinner was good. Scott did not get his walk in. Scott is totally fine with that. Scott is so bad about walking. His job is pretty physical though during the day. I always tell him, I'm like, I know you feel like you get a workout from work, but your body's pretty used to what you do at your job. And he's like, you come do what I do. I'm like, yeah, but your heart rate, like, I always feel like you need to get your heart rate up there as well. Like, that doesn't happen at his job. So I just try to get him to understand, like, he needs to make sure that he's getting some cardio in and that he's eating good and everything like that. So men are stubborn. They don't always listen. So today was good. I felt like it was a productive day. The chaffles were a disaster, but the taco seasoning worked out great. So the tacos were really good. We enjoyed those. Usually, like, we have quite a bit of leftovers. I don't feel like we even have that much leftovers, but that's all right. So I'll have to make something else over the weekend, and I think the weekend will be quiet, so I might hold off a little bit before I do my next video, or I might just do a short video and just do like the chaffles, because I still need to make the chaffles. I've been out for a couple days and I want to make sure that I get a batch of those going. So this weekend will probably be good to whip those together. They don't take long either. So just like the taco seasoning that I made earlier, like that was so fast. The chaffles were really easy. When I did the video earlier, it went fast. But then it turned into a disaster trying to clean up the waffle maker. So lesson learned. So not all recipes work out the way you think they're going to go. So all right. Well, I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend, and thank you so much. If you made it this far into my video, please make sure to hit the little bell, subscribe, like, comment, share, all those good stuff. I appreciate you watching my videos and looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care. Pummy wanted to say goodbye too. Where are you, Pummy? Here she is. You growling? You purring? Look at the camera. You're so silly.